Catriona, thank you so much
Hello.
for being here. Hello. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. I'm good. Thank you. Super excited, enthused to be here. It's it's an honor. It really is. Thank you.
Well, I'm so excited to have you here. So tell me about what was it when you saw the author marathon? Because we know each other for a while. What was it that just caused you to say, I'm in?
Great question. Because you first mentioned it whenever I was on the Masters manifesting, and it really felt like it was just going over my head, and I really didn't pay much attention at all, even though I talked about writing a book 3 years ago, and I even bought the publishing package 2 years ago. I'm great at buying books and signing up, but sometimes it can take a while. And then I sat down one evening, it was a few weeks before the author marathon, and you were there by the lake talking about the author marathon again. And something you said really pricked up my hearing. You talked about how a book gives you credibility and is great for your work. Because as you know, I work as a life coach. Yes. And I thought, this is it. This is time. You know, as a coach, we often spend a lot of our time reposting, resending emails, explaining ourselves. So I do a lot of work in schools, in corporate organizations. I work with individuals, women's groups in the community, and I'm constantly kind of reproducing and all of that, reinventing a worksheet. And I thought, I love reading. I love reading. I'm always recommending books. When I do events, I have a book table. I know when I read your latest book, The Demand Principle, that lots of my friends went out and bought it. And, you know, people follow my recommendations because they know I'm an avid reader. And I thought, imagine having my book, which would be the backbone to my business, my modules, my story, and exercises. And I would just give the book, you know, so it was really as a resource and as a way of accomplishing something that I've always wanted to do.
Oh, well, you know, people see that and they hear that and they think, oh, you know, write a book in 26 days or whatever, the author marathon, and they just dismiss it. But you didn't. Yeah, you recognize that this could be something that could help not only build my credibility, but did you find personally that you were impacted while you were working on your book during the 26-day marathon?
Oh my goodness. The shift in me, Peggy, the shift every day, first of all, committing to it and doing it and working with the group. I just feel so much more confident and assertive. And I'm so more convicted now about my work. I have no doubt about the work I do because I've written it and I'm so connected to it. And yes, I've definitely had a paradigm shift, as they say.
Totally.
And up levels. And I was becoming a different person in the process. You know?
I get it.
Totally. And I was like this when I was talking to people and I was like, woo, I'm just quoting myself from my book.
That's so great. You know, I look at that as kind of like the invisible benefits because there are. I mean, there's many benefits, of course, to writing a book and publishing a book and bringing it out there in the world, and we can go on and on and on and on all day long about the benefits. But there's these invisible benefits. And I remember, Catriona, when I wrote my first book, same thing. I was like, whoa, I got to the end of the month and I sat at my desk and I was thinking, wow, if no one in the world buys this book, I'm okay with that because of the growth that I personally experienced.
Absolutely. And it was therapeutic because my book is a self-help book. So there were little bits about my story. So going back through my story and having my accountability buddy, hearing your voice every day, because there's some days you think, you know, but it was a marathon. I was like, I really want to share this funny story that actually just came to mind this evening. I always love goal setting. I was so excited when I discovered your work not very long ago, Peggy, and then I was all in. But I can remember a few years ago saying to my friend, oh, let's do a marathon. So I put it on my goal list and I never did it. I even bought a book again, Run Fat Bitch Run.
That's a great name.
Is that a great title? Run Fat Bitch Run. I read the book. I bought the trainers, I bought the Lycra gear, but I didn't do the marathon. And then I would just, sometimes when I would criticize myself for not achieving that goal, I would say, okay, the universe will bring it in a bigger and better way. So when you gave us the bibs,
Oh, that's
I thought, there's my marathon. I am a runner. I am a competitor. I can do this in a bigger and better way. Oh, my knees were so delighted after that.
That's so great.
But those dots just came together as we were here, you know. I mean, the emotional breakthrough that I had writing the book. And again, you talked about that early morning connection, you know, when you get up in the morning and you write and something just moves through you and it's beautiful, connecting with others and giving myself the support of the group, investing in me and taking that time. You know, I deserve my book out in the world.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
You do, and the world does too. So tell me, did you finish your book?
I did, because I'm competitive. And if there was a first place, I would have been up on the podium. But I had set the goal of 25,000 words and I wrote 30,000 words. And you know, when you're in that flow, I'm asking you, you've written 18 books, you forget about the word count. You're so absorbed in the process. And I wasn't even looking at the word count, but I got to 30,000 words. So the essence of the book is written. And then we went away. I had even bought the champagne, you know, to celebrate. Wow. The book is written, the essence is written. And when we went away afterwards, it was great because I had this time to think about, you know, I might add this in, or this would be a good thing to put in. And now I feel I'm at the stage, it's like I'm going to icing the cake and decorate the cake and design the cover. The name of the book is Bloom Girl, as you know. And you know, my connection to nature has deepened. I just love flowers now and seeing them open, and so it's an empowerment handbook for women and girls. So this is going to be a toolkit, and you know, I think if that was sitting in somebody's house or office or school, or a grandmother brought it for a child, or I announced that I'd written my book, and even I've had dads message me for tips, which has reminded me not to limit my audience. And so, you know, just if that book was to lift somebody and reassure somebody, and that's
beautiful. I'm so glad you did it, and congratulations for finishing. That's pretty amazing. You know, and I often talk about this as well. Marathons, even a physical marathon that many people run, some people walk, some people wheel, you know, some people, you know, whatever that's it is that's going to get you there. It's, you know, we don't all finish at the same time. Quite often there is a clear winner, you know, somebody who's finished first. But it wasn't about who's going to finish first in this case. And as you know, we didn't announce, you know, first place winner was.
No.
Everyone was a winner in this equation, including you.
Absolutely.
So have you impacted other people in your life since you finished your book?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, you know, like my husband, who is my greatest cheerleader, would often be saying to me, what about your book? You know, what about your book? And the children, you know, and my own daughter. We have a son and we have a daughter, and just them looking on and showing them that I'm doing this and being a finisher. And also through the book, you know, my relationships, our daughter is a teenager, and just being aware of all that mother-daughter relationship. My clients are waiting on the book, and just stepping up. It has a ripple effect in the whole family dynamic. You know, you kind of just live your work even more so, because you know, you believe in it, you're revisiting it every day. You become it. You know, it is the essence of who we all are.
Yeah. Well, I think you just hit on something that's really important, that I want everyone to really understand what she just said. You know, it invites you to be that person. You know, when you start writing about anything, success. Now, by the way, everyone that's listening, the Author Marathon is for any kind of author. Children's books, nonfiction, fiction, cookbooks, whatever kind of books that you want. But what you'll find is that there's such a, oh my God, you're just talking about how it inspired so many other people as well in your life. And it's such an inspiration to other people because they see, wow, you know, she did it or he did it. and then it inspires other people to do things that they may not have done either. So
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you. It's so delightful to hear your story and to hear that you completed it and that you're going to be bringing it out to the world. And our desire, my team, Trace and Celine, who are on here right now, I suspect Eric's probably on here too. We just want to see you create even more success. So we wish you even more success. And I want to thank you so much for being willing to be here to share with others on this special webinar that we're doing today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And anybody out there is considering, just do it. You will accomplish so much from just 1 hour a day. And listen to all of that, all those things that Peggy says, you know, fusing with your goal, focusing on the end picture. Now that your goal is achieved, the affirmations, I am a best-selling author, all of that. And already this second book is just coming into consciousness, Wildflower.
Wow, I like that. That sounds like
oh my gosh.
fun.
Yeah, thank you, Peggy, to the team, to the whole of the group, some of them on here this evening. It has been a wonderful experience.